So I'm finally back from my France holiday, and it's nice to be back. Obviously, 2.5 weeks without Wi-Fi. It's I've caught up a bit, and we have my official League Two predictions. I don't think 2 games is really gonna impact it much. So let's get into it, shall we? So in at 24th, I have gone for Atkinson Stanley. I do think, but God, it just is not good enough. And out of the players that they've signed this window, none of them even have a market value on transfer market as of time of recording, which is the 12th, I believe, 12th of August. As I'm recording this, should come out on the 12th of August as well. But yeah, I'm just not confident, and for a side that just stayed up last season, I just don't think it's good enough. So I think Atkinson Stanley are going to get relegated. And I know I've been a bit boring here, but I predicted Newport, who also just stayed up last season, to go down. But I just think they will. I think a lot of the time clubs that have just come up from National League will do well, and it's just sides that just stayed up but are looking most vulnerable. And I think that's where Newport are going to struggle at. They've been in the league for a while, and I think this year, I think they're going down. And I think one team that will just stay up is Cheltenham. A small club, but I'm not basing it off that. I'm basing it off no pool. Bowman's been banned. I just don't see it with Cheltenham, and I think they are going to be in a right old relegation fight for just about get over the line. Similar thing with Harrogate, to be honest. They've got a long-serving manager in Simon Weaver, which I think will stay there for a few more years somehow. But I know I just don't see it with Harrogate. I think they'll be in and around relegation, but they will stay up. I do think. Now, I feel a bit bad on this one, the Tranmere, because they've just beaten Shrewsbury 4-0. But I'm trying not to take too much awareness of the first game. You can just think, okay, right, it's fine. And Tranmere, yeah, I've got them 20th. I do think they're going to be higher, but that's just following that game against Shrewsbury. So yeah, but also then again, you never know League Two. So yeah, anyone can finish anywhere. In at 19th, Crawley. I just think they're bad, and I think a lot of their best players last season, Hepburn, Murphy, Ibrahim, have all gone. And you have some pretty poor scraps of the squad at the minute. So I think Crawley are going to be down there. They also just horribly run, and I don't think there's much that Lindsay can do, if I'm going to be honest. So at 19th, I've gone for Crawley Sound. May seem harsh, but I think it is. In at 18th, I've gone for Barrow, who were obviously 16th last season, but I don't see it really. I don't see any improvement. I think it's going to be similar, the same, just boring mid-table, doing absolutely nothing. So 18th is hardly mid-table, but I just don't think they'll be doing anything really. And copy paste of Barnet, not doing anything. They're going to adapt. I think they've got to adapt for Football League Zone first. That looks quite evident following their opening game. And it'll take time. I think they will do all right, but at one point I thought they would be battling for playoffs, battling for promotion. I've changed my mind. I've changed my tune. I think they'll be mid-table. Oh, I've just accidentally gone forward to Shrewsbury Town now at 16th. Yeah, relegated at 24th, and I think it's going to be a right old slog for Shrewsbury this season. I mean, mid-table, and that's it really. Not much to say elsewise. Oldham have just come up, and even though they're obviously losing Jürgen Nathan, who is heading back to Barnsley, I still think Oldham will be absolutely fine. They've shown that they can be good. And 15th place, why not? I'm kind of chucking a blind dart. They could be higher, they could be lower, but I'm sticking in the middle of the table really. I think this is maybe a bit of a surprise, but I have gone for Salford to come 14th. I think they're going to drop off, and I just don't think this squad's really that good, if I'm going to be honest. They got battered 3-1 by Crewe, which decided to end last season quite poorly. Even though I think I have Crewe to do quite well this season, it's not a great look if you're about 3-1 by them. Table, and don't care what anyone else says. Oh, this is also kind of a hope as well. It's also kind of a hope. Oh, pardon me. I've got Fleetwood at 13th. Just similar, the same really. Started quite well, but I'm trying not to factor in starts too much. Boring mid-table. What more can I say? And I think it's going to be another season of mid-table for Bromley. I think Andy Whitman's definitely got this club. I don't think they're going down, that's for sure. I don't think they'll be in a relegation fight anytime soon. This is very steady. I think they'll be in League One, honestly, before they get to National League. That's a bold prediction of mine, but I think it'll come true. Yeah, I think Bromley, they've got good potential, and I think this season though, they will. I don't think they've done enough in the window to move them up the table really. Walsall, I think, will be 11th. This one's a difficult one to predict, but kind of upper mid-table, I think they'll be. In my eyes, obviously they have lost Ryan Stark. They were quite bad about Nathan Lowe last season, but I believe in them. In at 10th, Swindon Town. They've got Ian Holloway, but I think they had massive potential this window to get in playoffs. And they just blew it with the signings that they've made, which just not been that good really. But I think Swindon will be fighting for playoffs, so I think they'll miss out. Same thing with Colchester. I think there'll be another season of being in and around there, but just about missing out. But Gillingham is such an interesting one. Like, I had them to miss out. Gareth Ainsworth, great manager, but it's the signings. They've not done enough in the window. Yeah, they've got Bradley Dack. Sure, he's incredible. I don't know how they got him, but they have not done enough in the transfer window for me to put them into the playoffs. Instead, I think teams like Notts County will finish above them in their last season, so they know how to get in there. Got a good core squad. Yeah, they've lost McGoldrick, but I still think County will be absolutely fine getting into that top 7 personally. Some people may have different opinions. I do not. A bit of a wild card here, but I have gone for Crewe because I think Emre Tesgel is going to carry this side. Emre Tesgel and Josh March is the front two. Ooh, that looks tasty. And I would not want to be League 2 defenders going up against Crewe this season. They're going to score lots of goals, and I think they'll get in there. I've been really impressed by Crewe. I think Grimsby are going to be in there as well. Right, I like Grimsby's chances. Really rate them of I rate Grimsby's chances of doing well. They look good. They're scoring goals. Why not? Let's put Grimsby in the playoffs though. And I know they've had a horrible start to the season, but I have got the gas in the playoffs because, well, it's experience and Darrell Clarke really. That's the two reasons I've got them in. I don't think the squad's necessarily. I think I don't think it's that good. I think Cameron Conte is definitely the best player in the squad, but I do think Bristol Rovers can get in there because I think it's a poor league, and I think they are better than most of the teams in this league. But not better than Cambridge. I think Neil Harris's men are going to bounce straight back up to League One. And I said really, I have got the new badge. I don't like the new badge. I didn't like the old one either. I just think they're both. The main problem I have with them is that is there really nothing about Cambridge that you can put on the badge except for just CU, or in this case CUFC now. I just don't like it really. But I have gone for Cambridge United to finish in 3rd place and get in the automatic promotion place. That was an aura loss right there. In at 2nd is Chesterfield, and yeah, it's a Ryan Stark for me, and just naturally being good last season, I think will do them to do good. They will get automatic promotion as a runners up. I did think they would win the league, but that's for one specific team started making some really good signings. And that, unfortunately, is Milton Keynes Dons. Because, well, I'm not even going to explain to you why I don't like them. If you don't know, you're not a football fan, are you? But Milton Keynes Dons, or MK Dons, I know they've got a new logo. I can't be bothered to update. I did it for Cambridge. I'm not doing it for MK Dons. Do it now. But yeah, the signings have been insane. Mendes Lang, Patterson, Alan Collins, Gethin Jones. That's a bit meh, to be honest. But probably a couple others which I just forgot because my memory sucks. But it's insane. If MK Dons don't win this league as champions, then it's wild. God, after 19th last season, these owners were like, right, we need to do something. If I had Paul Warren as manager, I think, unfortunately, I do think MP Dons are heading to the Premier League, are heading to League One. That's another aura loss right there. God, how much aura am I losing? Right, but goodbye, peace out, and up the Grecians.